A century after its founding, gentrification drove one of Cincinnati's most important black churches to a new home. Since 1927, Revelation Missionary Baptist Church on John and Liberty Street served as a lighthouse for African Americans far and wide, even attracting Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But the old building was demolished once Revelation's leadership sold the church to FC Cincinnati last year.
Our Monique John talked to Revelation's leaders about how moving on from their West End home has empowered them to breathe new life into their congregation.
Like many others in and outside the church, Trustee Charlie Brown, a lifelong member of Revelation, was attached to the old building. It had sentimental value, beautiful architecture, and historical significance. But when he took stock of all the gentrification that was happening around the church, especially the changes to be expected by FC Cincinnati Stadium, Brown changed his mind.
Oh my God, if we were still here, it would be horrible. There's a stadium down there looked like a big spaceship coming out at you. And when you pull in there, you think E.T.'s coming to get you.
Plus, the building was falling apart because it was so old.
We had no mortgage note down there. We had no mortgage note, but it was a lot of work to be done. The roof was falling in. It was leaking inside. We had buckets down catching water, and we didn't have enough to get all that stuff repaired.
The worsening condition of the building and the fact that their neighborhood was dramatically changing convinced Revelation's leadership that they needed to sell the church and find a new location. It's uncertain who made the first move to make the sale, but Revelation's leaders tell us they were satisfied with the deal they came to with FC Cincinnati. The leaders declined to share how much they were given for the building, but they say they use that money to seize their destiny through buying their current home here at Mount Healthy at 7717 Harrison Avenue.
That's a blessing.
The old church in the West End was originally built as a synagogue in 1865 before Revelation moved in the 1920s. Reverend Fred Shuttlesworth, the civil rights leader, was the congregation's most famous pastor. About 500 members packed into the pews at the height of the church's activity in the 60s and 70s.
It was a social structure as well as providing the education of Christian discipleship for the members. People came because they lived in the neighborhood.
But Sutton says that thriving membership has dwindled to about 50 people due to aging out and displacement from urban revival in the West End. Membership has had ample time to fizzle out even further due to the pandemic. Revelation hadn't consistently congregated in person since last year when they were still in their John Street location before COVID lockdowns. The congregation resumed worship in its sanctuary late last month. Despite the complications and many adjustments, Revelation's leadership views their transition to Mount Healthy as an opportunity to revive, grow, and diversify their congregation.
I think we have to deal with a new moment. Getting them acclimated to the pandemic, the way it's made worship, the way it's transitioned worship. The vision is to reclaim the members that have strayed and then seek to bring new members into the church.
FC Cincinnati has not responded to questions about their current plans for the lot at John Street. A number of community members WCPO spoke to who were invested in the building's preservation said they regret that gentrification in the West End has led to events like Revelation's old building being knocked down. But like Brown, Sutton says she has made peace with the fact that their old place of worship is no longer there.
I have the memories in my heart, I have the memories in my mind, and I have pictures and programs to show the memories of how it used to be. What I see that's there today, it just reminds me that things that used to be are no longer. And progress will remove some things. You can't stay in the past and expect to move forward in the future.
It's a great church. Revelation is rich in history, and we're rich in our future. And I invite anybody to come. If you come and you don't like it, you've only wasted an hour and a half of your time on a Sunday.
In Mount Healthy, I'm Monique John, WCPO 9 News.